There's something happening inside you, something deeper than logic can explain. You felt it in your bones, in your dreams, in the strange shifts of time and energy that seem to follow you around. You're not imagining things. This isn't coincidence. It's not random. What you're going through right now is part of a sacred awakening. You are being called, chosen to step into a higher dimension of consciousness, one that most people don't even know exists. And if this message found its way to you, it's because you're already in the middle of it. This is not just another spiritual idea or a passing trend. This is real. This is happening now. You are standing at the edge of a new reality, the fifth dimension, and whether you realize it yet or not, your soul has already begun the journey. You may have noticed unusual sensations in your body, tingling, heat surges, pressure behind your eyes, or waves of deep fatigue followed by sudden bursts of energy. Your emotions feel heavier or more sensitive. Time seems to stretch or collapse in ways that confuse you. You might wake up feeling like you've been somewhere else entirely, like you're living between two worlds. These signs are not accidents. They are signals from your body, your spirit, and the universe itself, letting you know that something ancient and divine is unfolding within you. And if you've ever wondered why you don't quite fit into the world anymore, why certain parts of life feel hollow or fake, it's because your soul no longer belongs to the old system. You were born into one dimension but destined for another. You are transitioning, transforming into a being who can carry higher light, life from truth, and walk as a bridge between the seen and unseen. This book will guide you through every stage of this transformation, what it means, how it feels, and why you were chosen. If you've ever questioned your purpose, your sensitivity, or the strange pull you feel towards something greater, this is your moment to understand. Because the fifth dimension is not a fantasy, it's not some distant future event. It's here, it's alive, and it's calling your name. What is the fifth dimension? To truly understand what's happening to you, you need to know what the fifth dimension actually is and what it isn't. First off, it's not about leaving your body behind or becoming some kind of supernatural entity overnight. That's not what this shift is about. Instead, the fifth dimension is a higher frequency of reality, a new layer of existence where love, intuition, peace, and divine alignment become the foundation of how you live, think, and feel. In the third dimension, the one most people live in, life is built on survival, ego, fear, and separation. Most people are caught up in systems that keep them distracted, stressed, and disconnected from their true selves. In the fourth dimension, there's a beginning of spiritual awakening. People start questioning their lives, sensing a deeper meaning, and feeling a longing for something more. But the fifth dimension, that's where everything changes. Here, your heart becomes your compass. Time starts to feel fluid rather than rigid. Energy becomes your primary language. You begin to see life as an interconnected web of divine purpose. Duality begins to dissolve, judgment fades, fear loses its grip, and love becomes your natural state. You stop reacting to life and start responding with awareness. You sense energy in people and places. You trust your intuition without hesitation. You move in alignment even when you don't have all the answers. This shift doesn't happen overnight, and it's not something you force. It unfolds as your frequency rises, and your frequency rises as you release what no longer serves your soul. Parts of your old life may fall apart, not because you're doing something wrong, but because they were never meant to survive this transition. Only what is true can remain. So if you've been wondering why you feel different lately, why the world feels unfamiliar, why your heart pulls you in directions that make no logical sense, this is why. You're not broken, you're being rebuilt, you're entering a new reality, and you were chosen for this path long before you even knew it existed. Mental rewiring, how your mind is changing. As your body adjusts to this new energy, so does your mind. You may have noticed that thoughts you once believed without question are now being challenged by a deeper knowing. You're beginning to see through illusions you used to accept as truth. You're less affected by fear-based patterns, less concerned with what others think, and less likely to believe every worry your mind creates. This isn't apathy, it's growth. It's your inner self choosing to live by divine truth instead of worldly noise. You're starting to realize that your thoughts have weight, that your focus creates momentum. With every passing day, you're discovering that you have a choice. You can think like the old version of yourself, or you can choose to align with the divine version of you that's rising. Old beliefs are being uprooted. The voices that told you you're not enough are being silenced. The limits that shaped your identity are dissolving. At times it may feel confusing or disorienting, and that's okay. Your mind is stepping out of survival mode and into alignment with your soul. You may also notice that negativity feels heavier than before, that gossip, complaining, or low-vibe conversations leave you drained. That's not sensitivity, that's energetic intelligence. Your mind is aligning with the frequency of the fifth dimension, where thoughts carry light, truth, and intention. Time itself feels different. Days seem to fly by. The past feels like a dream. That's because your mind is stepping out of linear time and into divine timing, a place where you're no longer bound by what was, but guided by what is and what can be. If your thoughts have changed, if your inner dialogue has softened, if you're catching your own negativity and correcting it with love, then congratulations. You are experiencing mental rewiring. This is your sign that a new timeline is unfolding, one where your mind serves your spirit, not the other way around. Emotional detox, letting go of the old. With this shift comes an emotional detox, a sacred and necessary part of your journey. As your frequency rises, your body can no longer hold onto emotional baggage tied to lower vibrations. Pain, resentment, anger, guilt, these emotions are anchors, keeping your spirit tied to the old dimension. Now your soul is pushing them out. You might feel it all at once or in waves. One moment you're overcome with grief over memories you thought you'd buried. The next you're hit with joy for no reason. Don't suppress it. Don't shame yourself for feeling it. This is holy work. You were never meant to carry these wounds forever. You were only meant to pass through them, learn from them, grow, and now release. When the emotional body clears, spiritual energy flows. That's why you feel lighter after crying. That's why certain memories suddenly lose their sting. That's why you're no longer reactive to the same triggers. This isn't weakness, it's freedom. During this phase, you may find yourself grieving relationships, identities, or even past versions of yourself. This grief is sacred too. It's the death of the old self, the one who survived, who held pain like armor. That self carried you far, but it cannot go where you're going now. The fifth dimension is built on spiritual truth. Only what aligns with love, peace, and authenticity can enter. So let the tears come. Let the laughter rise. Let the silence speak. Every release is a step closer to the truth of who you are. If today you feel like breaking down, know this: you're not alone. You're not weak. You are healing. You are shedding the old so the new can rise. 1. Physical transformation, what your body is going through. There's a shift happening inside you, one that goes far beyond what your eyes can see or your mind can immediately understand. It's not something you've chosen consciously, nor is it something you can stop. This transformation has already begun, and it's unfolding in every cell, every breath, every heartbeat. You are being recalibrated at the deepest level of your being. You may have started noticing subtle changes over time, or perhaps they came on suddenly, like a wave crashing over you without warning. Headaches that pulse behind your eyes for no apparent reason. A tingling sensation that runs through your limbs as if electricity is flowing just beneath your skin. Pressure in your chest that feels like something is trying to expand from within. These aren't random occurrences. They're part of a sacred process, a physical rebirth into higher frequency living. At times you might feel waves of energy surge through your body unexpectedly. One moment you're buzzing with power, clarity, and vitality. The next you're drained, heavy, and exhausted. This ebb and flow is completely normal during this phase. Your body is learning how to hold and regulate divine light, which operates at a much higher vibration than anything it was previously accustomed to. It's not broken, it's upgrading. Many people undergoing this transformation report sensations during meditation or moments of stillness, heat rising up the spine, vibrations in the hands and feet, a pulsing crown chakra. These are signs that your Kundalini energy is awakening and moving upward, clearing blockages and opening channels so that higher consciousness can flow more freely through you. Some describe it as a burning fire, others as a cool current. However it presents, it is sacred and necessary. Your sleep patterns may also be changing dramatically. Some nights you may find yourself wide awake for hours, unable to shut your mind off. Other nights you sleep deeply but wake up feeling like you haven't rested at all. That's because your soul is doing intense work while your body rests, healing old wounds, rewriting cellular memories, and integrating new energetic codes. Sleep becomes less about physical rest and more about spiritual realignment. You may notice shifts in your appetite as well. Sometimes you might feel intensely hungry, craving specific foods. At other times, you might lose interest in eating altogether. Many people begin to crave raw fruits and vegetables, liquids, or even go through periods of fasting naturally. This is your body cleansing itself from lower frequency substances and preparing to sustain itself on prana life force energy rather than just food. You may experience nausea, bloating, or digestive discomfort as your system detoxifies. Again, these are not signs of illness, they are signs of purification. Your skin might react to breaking out, becoming sensitive, or showing rashes that come and go quickly. This is another way your body releases toxins. The skin is the largest organ of elimination, and as old energies rise to the surface, they often manifest here before leaving your body entirely. Don't fear these symptoms, they are temporary markers of progress. Even your bones and joints may ache in ways that don't make sense medically. One day you feel stiff and sore, the next you feel weightless like you could float above the ground. These fluctuations are due to your energetic blueprint shifting. As your body aligns with higher frequencies, the structure of your physical form must adapt accordingly. This includes your skeletal system, muscles, organs, everything must recalibrate to support the new vibration you're carrying. Some people experience sharp pains, muscle spasms, or strange twitches. Others feel pressure points in their head, temples, or around the eyes. All of these are indicators that your body is adjusting to the increased light quotient within you. Think of it like upgrading a house. The foundation must be reinforced, the wiring updated, the plumbing restructured. If the upgrades happen too fast, things may creak, groan, or break temporarily. But it's all part of building something stronger, more refined, and more aligned with your true self. Emotionally, you may swing between euphoria and deep introspection. One day you feel unstoppable, full of purpose and connection. The next you feel lost, overwhelmed, or disconnected from everything. This emotional pendulum is caused by the release of stored trauma and limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. As your body clears dense energy, old emotional imprints rise to the surface for healing. This can feel chaotic at times, but it's absolutely essential for your evolution. You may also find yourself more sensitive to external stimuli, loud noises, bright lights, strong smells, or crowded spaces. This isn't weakness, it's heightened awareness. Your nervous system is recalibrating to a higher state of sensitivity, allowing you to perceive and respond to energy in ways you never could before. What used to feel neutral now feels charged. What used to seem fine now feels overwhelming. Trust that your body knows exactly what it needs to protect and preserve its new energetic integrity. As your physical form continues to change, you may notice synchronistic events occurring more frequently. Things that once seemed coincidental now feel intentional. You hear songs that speak directly to your heart. You receive messages in dreams that offer guidance. You meet people who seem to appear just when you need them most. These are not accidents, they are part of a larger orchestration guiding your transformation. This entire process is multidimensional. It involves your body, yes, but also your mind, emotions, and spirit. Every aspect of your being is being upgraded simultaneously. And though it may feel disorienting at times, remember, you are not alone in this. You are supported by unseen forces, guides, ancestors, angels, and cosmic energies working behind the scenes to ensure your safe passage through this ascension gateway. The fifth dimension is not a place you visit, it's a frequency you embody. And your body is the temple where this frequency now resides. You are becoming a vessel of light, not metaphorically, but literally. Every cell is being infused with higher consciousness, rewired to carry divine intelligence, and prepared for service in a new era of human evolution. So breathe. Allow your body the space to do its sacred work. Drink plenty of water. Rest when needed. Eat intuitively. Surround yourself with love and light. Protect your energy fiercely. And above all, trust the process. You are not sick. You are not broken. You are becoming whole again in ways you've only dreamed of. And this is only the beginning. 2. Synchronicities, signs from the universe. You are not alone in this journey. The universe has never been silent, you've simply reached a point where you can finally hear it. You may have started noticing patterns emerging in your life, numbers repeating on clocks, songs playing at just the right moment, people showing up when you needed them most. These are not random events. They are synchronicities, divine signals sent directly to your soul, letting you know that you are exactly where you need to be. Synchronicity is the language of the cosmos. It speaks in symbols, signs, and subtle nudges that only those who are awake can truly perceive. When you begin seeing sequences like 111, 222, 333, or 555 repeatedly, it's not a glitch in reality, it's a message from your higher self, your guides, or the universal field itself. Each number carries a unique vibration and meaning. For instance, 111 often appears when new beginnings are unfolding. It's a signal that your thoughts are manifesting quickly, urging you to stay focused on what you truly desire. 222 brings balance and harmony. It reassures you that you're aligned with divine timing and that things will unfold exactly as they should. 333 is a call from your ascended masters, a reminder that you are supported by powerful spiritual forces guiding you through this transformation. 444 connects you with angelic presence, offering protection and stability during times of uncertainty. 555 heralds major change a shift in direction, a new chapter opening, or an old cycle closing permanently. These repeating numbers are not meant to confuse or overwhelm you, they are cosmic affirmations. They appear when you are at a crossroads, needing guidance, or when you're about to step into something greater than yourself. They remind you that even when life feels chaotic, there is an underlying order to everything happening around you. Beyond numbers, synchronicities come in many forms. Perhaps you've had moments where a song played just as you were thinking about someone or contemplating a decision. That's not coincidence, it's resonance. Your energy aligns with a frequency, and the universe responds by mirroring your inner world back to you through sound, image, or event. Dreams have also taken on a new depth for you. You might wake up knowing that something shifted overnight, not just in your subconscious, but in your reality. These aren't ordinary dreams anymore, they are downloads, visions, messages encoded in symbolic language. You may find yourself flying over landscapes you've never seen before, walking through doorways that open into infinite light, or speaking with ancestors and spirit guides who offer wisdom from beyond the veil. Some people report dreaming of future events before they happen, not in literal detail, but in feeling, emotion, or symbol. Others receive direct messages in their sleep, words whispered in their ears, names spoken clearly, or visions so vivid they feel more real than waking life. These experiences are becoming more common because your consciousness is expanding beyond linear time. You are no longer bound by past and future, you are beginning to live in multidimensional awareness. Déjà vu has also become more frequent. You walk into a room or meet someone for the first time and feel like you've already lived this moment before. This isn't just your brain misfiring, it's your soul recognizing timelines overlapping. As you ascend into higher dimensions, your awareness stretches across multiple realities simultaneously. What feels like déjà vu is actually your consciousness touching another version of yourself in another timeline where this exact moment already occurred. Animals too have begun appearing in meaningful ways. A hawk circles above just as you make a big decision. A butterfly lands on your shoulder when you're grieving. A fox crosses your path unexpectedly, signaling that magic is near. These creatures are messengers, ancient beings who carry wisdom from the natural world and beyond. Their presence is never random. They appear when you need guidance, protection, or a gentle reminder that you are connected to all of life. Even silence has become significant. There are moments when everything seems to pause, traffic noise fades, conversations quiet, the wind stops blowing, and in that stillness, you feel something watching over you. Not in a scary way, but in a deeply comforting one. That presence is real. It could be your guardian angel, a spirit guide, or the universe itself acknowledging your awakening. In these sacred silences, the veil between worlds thins, and you are reminded that you are never truly alone. People are also reappearing in your life at perfect moments. Someone you haven't heard from in years sends you a message just when you needed encouragement. An old friend resurfaces with insight that helps you see your path more clearly. Or perhaps someone leaves your life suddenly, creating space for something new to enter. These connections are orchestrated by the universe, each person serving a specific purpose in your evolution. Some are here to teach you, others to test you, and some to love you unconditionally. The outer world is now reflecting your inner truth. What you think, feel, and believe begins to shape your reality in real time. If you focus on fear, you'll attract situations that reinforce that fear. But if you choose faith, peace, and trust, you'll start seeing evidence of divine support everywhere. Your thoughts are no longer just internal musings, they are creative forces shaping your destiny. This means you must become conscious of every thought, word, and action, because you are now co-creating with the universe in ways you never have before. The law of attraction isn't just a concept, it's a living, breathing reality. And the more aware you become of this truth, the more responsibility you carry for the energy you put out into the world. Synchronicities are not just for your benefit, they are also tests. They reveal how much you trust the process. When you see a sign and question it, doubt creeps in. But when you acknowledge it, follow its guidance, and allow it to influence your choices, you deepen your connection to the divine flow. The universe rewards trust with more signs. The more you notice them, the more they appear. Not because they weren't always there, but because you are now attuned to them. You may sometimes wonder, is this really happening? Am I imagining all of this? But deep down, you know the answer. You feel it in your bones, in your heart, in your very essence. Something inside you resonates with these signs. They speak to a part of you that has always known the truth, the part that remembers who you truly are beneath the layers of ego, conditioning, and limitation. You are not chasing synchronicities, they are chasing you, because you are a beacon now. Your energy has shifted, your frequency has risen, and the universe is responding accordingly. Every sign, every miracle, every unexpected gift is proof that you are exactly where you need to be. So keep your eyes open, keep your heart soft, keep your mind curious. The universe is speaking not in loud proclamations, but in whispers, glances, and golden threads woven into the fabric of your daily life. And the more you pay attention, the more you'll realize that everything is connected, everything has meaning, and everything is happening for your highest good. And remember, you are not going through this alone. You are being guided, loved, and protected by forces far greater than yourself. Trust the signs. Follow the breadcrumbs. Let the synchronicities lead you home. 3. Spiritual sensitivity. Your gifts are awakening. You've always had them, these gifts. They were just buried beneath years of conditioning, doubt, and the noise of a world that didn't always make space for what is unseen. But now something within you is shifting. You're feeling things more deeply, sensing energies you never noticed before, and knowing things without knowing how or why. This isn't imagination, it's awakening. Your spiritual sensitivity is rising, and with it, your divine gifts are beginning to unfold. At first, it might have felt unsettling, like a door opening inside you that you didn't realize was closed. You started noticing things, not just people's words, but their energy, their intentions, their hidden emotions. You could walk into a room and immediately feel the tension or joy hanging in the air. You began picking up on thoughts that weren't spoken, feelings that weren't shared, and truths that hadn't been revealed yet. And at times, it all became overwhelming. But this heightened awareness isn't a flaw, it's a gift. It means your energetic field is expanding. Your aura is becoming more porous, allowing you to perceive beyond the physical realm. You're tuning into frequencies that most people still sleep through. And while it may feel strange or even uncomfortable at times, it's also incredibly powerful, because it means you are no longer bound by surface-level reality. You are seeing through illusions, feeling beyond appearances, and connecting with truth in its purest form. Your intuition has sharpened like a blade. Where once you relied solely on logic or external validation, now you find yourself trusting inner nudges that come out of nowhere. Sometimes they arrive as a whisper in your mind, other times as a strong pull in your chest or gut. You might catch yourself pausing mid-thought because something doesn't feel right, even when everything around you says it should be. That's your soul speaking. And the more you listen, the clearer it becomes. Some call it gut instinct, others name it sixth sense. But what you're experiencing goes deeper than that. It's not just about avoiding danger or making better decisions, it's about aligning with divine guidance. Your intuition is no longer just a tool, it's becoming your compass, your protector, your teacher. It leads you toward people, places, and choices that support your highest path and away from those that do not. You may also be receiving messages in ways you never expected. Perhaps during meditation, you hear a voice soft but certain, offering wisdom that feels ancient yet personal. Or maybe while walking outside, you suddenly know exactly what someone else is going through, even if they haven't told you. You might dream of events before they happen, or see flashes of insight during ordinary moments while cooking, showering, or driving. These aren't random thoughts, they are downloads from higher realms. This is claircognizance, clear knowing. one of the most powerful psychic abilities you can develop. Unlike visions or voices, which come with imagery or sound, claircognizance arrives as absolute certainty. No explanation needed, no proof required. You simply know, and that knowing often comes with a deep sense of peace, clarity, or urgency depending on the message. It's one of the clearest signs that your spiritual gifts are activating and aligning with your purpose. Clairsentience, clear feeling, is also growing stronger. You pick up on emotions like they're your own, even when they don't belong to you. You walk into a space and immediately sense whether it's heavy or light, loving or toxic. You feel shifts in people's energy before they speak. And sometimes you carry emotional weight that doesn't seem to belong to you at all. Grief, anxiety, joy, or love that appears out of nowhere and fades just as quickly. This is your empathic nature emerging, and it's one of the most sacred gifts you can offer the world. Being an empath is not weakness, it is strength. It means you are attuned to the collective consciousness. You feel what others suppress, hold space for what others avoid, and carry the emotional frequency of those around you. But this also means you must learn how to protect your energy fiercely. Otherwise, you risk absorbing too much and losing yourself in the process. That's why grounding becomes essential. You need tools to stay centered, to distinguish between your energy and others. Meditation helps. So does setting boundaries, spending time in nature, and practicing discernment in who and what you allow into your space. The more you learn to shield yourself energetically, the more powerfully you can use your gifts without being drained by them. Another sign of awakening is clairaudience, clear hearing. You may begin to hear subtle sounds that others don't notice, a ringing tone only you can hear, a voice calling your name softly when no one is there, or even musical notes playing in your ears during moments of stillness. These are not hallucinations, they are frequencies from higher dimensions communicating directly with your soul. Similarly, clairvoyance, clear seeing, may start to emerge. You might see flashes of light, orbs, or symbols that appear briefly and then vanish. You may dream in vivid detail, remembering every image upon waking. Or during meditation, you might visualize scenes, faces, or landscapes that feel real but unfamiliar. These are glimpses beyond the veil, messages delivered in visual form to guide, warn, or inspire you. All of these abilities are part of your multidimensional self coming online. You are not developing new powers, you are reclaiming what was always yours. These gifts existed within you long before this lifetime, and now they are resurfacing because the time has come for you to remember who you truly are. And with remembrance comes responsibility. These gifts are not meant for ego or control. They are meant to serve others, to illuminate truth, to heal wounds both seen and unseen. You are being called to step into your role as a spiritual guide, a light worker, a guardian of divine energy in human form. This means learning how to channel your abilities consciously. It means distinguishing between fear-based impressions and true guidance. It means discerning when to speak and when to remain silent, when to act and when to wait. It requires discipline, humility, and trust, especially when the path ahead is unclear. There will be moments when doubt creeps in, when you question whether you're imagining things, misinterpreting signs, or making it all up. But deep down, you already know the answer. There's a quiet knowing within you, a spark of recognition that tells you this is real, that you are not alone. As your spiritual sensitivity grows, so does your ability to connect with the unseen world. You may begin working more closely with spirit guides, angels, ascended masters, or ancestral beings who have walked this path before you. They communicate in many ways through dreams, synchronicities, meditation, or sudden insights. Some people receive direct messages, others feel a presence watching over them. Either way, you are supported beyond what you can see. One of the most profound experiences you may encounter is communion with your higher self. This is the aspect of you that exists beyond time and space, holding infinite wisdom and unconditional love. When you connect with your higher self, you feel a deep sense of peace, clarity, and unity. You remember that you are not separate from Source, from others, from the universe itself. This connection changes everything. It softens your fears, heals your doubts, and reminds you that you are loved beyond measure. It gives you courage to keep going, even when the journey feels uncertain. And it strengthens your resolve to live authentically, in alignment with your soul's purpose. Living with heightened spiritual sensitivity also means learning how to navigate the energetic density of the world. Not everyone is awake, and some carry heavy vibrations that can interfere with your own. You may find yourself withdrawing from certain relationships, places, or activities that no longer feel aligned. This is not rejection, it is self-preservation. You must become selective about what you allow into your space, not out of judgment, but out of awareness. You understand now that energy is contagious, and you choose to surround yourself with what nourishes your spirit. You seek out those who uplift you, environments that inspire you, and practices that keep you grounded and centered. Above all, you learn to trust yourself, to honor what you feel, believe, and know even when no one else understands. Because the greatest gift of all is self-trust. When you trust yourself, you open the door to divine guidance. When you trust your gifts, you allow them to grow. And when you trust the process, you surrender to the magic unfolding within you. So let your sensitivity be your strength. Let your intuition be your guide. Let your gifts shine brightly, illuminating the path for others as well as yourself. You were born for this moment. You were chosen for this awakening, and the world needs your light now more than ever. Final words: you were chosen to build the new earth. You were not chosen just to witness the rise of the new earth. You were chosen to embody it. This transformation you're going through physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually isn't just for you. It's for the collective. It's for the world that's awakening, aching, and searching for light. You are the bridge between dimensions. You are the walking proof that it's possible to live with peace in chaos, love in judgment, and truth in illusion. Everything you've gone through, every breakdown, every sleepless night, every moment of silence and surrender was not in vain. It was sacred preparation. You've been stretched, emptied, tested, and purified for this very purpose, to carry the frequency of the fifth dimension in your being. This new earth isn't coming in the clouds, it's rising through people like you. Souls who have said yes to a deeper calling. Souls who have chosen to release the old story and become vessels of something greater. Don't underestimate your presence. Just being who you truly are is a spiritual transmission. People will feel your energy before they hear your words. You shift rooms, you shift hearts, you shift atmospheres. And now, as you walk into this next chapter, you do so not just as a seeker, but as a carrier, a wayshower, a builder of the new earth. If you've ever doubted your role in all this, let this be your confirmation. You are not crazy. You are not alone. You are not too late. You are exactly who you were always meant to be.